I hope he doesn't get messed up for sure because I am trying both. So hello guys, welcome back to another live stream of Genshin Impact. Uh, मैं वर्टिकल भी ट्राई कर रहा हूँ एंड इधर भी ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, हॉरिजॉन्टल भी ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. पता नहीं सही दिख रहा है कि नहीं, आई डोंट नो, बट आई होप कि सब सही दिखे. आवाज़ वगैरह सब सही है. फॉर द बेस्ट. या आवाज़ वगैरह तो सब सही आ रहा है. वर्टिकल का आई डोंट नो. वर्टिकल वाला देख लेता हूँ एक बार, बिकॉज दोनों ही चाहिए. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you so much. Okay, मेरा इधर तो सही चल रहा है, बट वर्टिकल वर्टिकल में क्या रहेगा. चल भी रहा है वर्टिकल. गाइज प्लीज कमेंट जरूर करें. फोन है, चैट नहीं देख रहा. हाँ जी. फोन हैंग, कोई बात नहीं, मैं तो ठीक कर लूंगा. वर्टिकल का कैसे पता चलेगा बे. चैट में कोई नहीं है क्या, ये भगवान. वर्टिकल क्या फायदा हुआ ये करने का अगर वर्टिकल चल ही नहीं रहा हो. एक तो इतने मुश्किल से करो फिर. तो हाउ आई एम सपोज टू डू दिस. कैन एनीवन टेल मी, किसी को पता है क्या इधर? क्योंकि मेरे को हॉरिजॉन्टल तो बहुत सही दिख रहा है, बट आई कैन नॉट सी द वर्टिकल। को वर्टिकल को स्टार्ट वगैरह कैसे करे, कैसे? हाँ 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 हाँ। यहाँ पे सब ठीक चल रहा है मेरे, बाकी बाकी का मेरे को आइडिया नहीं है। एक सेकंड, इसको देखते हैं अपन कैसे करते हैं। हेलो हेलो ब्रो, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। क्या हाल चाल? लॉल। मेरा देश मेरा मुल्क मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन, इसके वास्ते निसार है मेरा मन मेरा तन। बट मेरे को यार समझ नहीं आया हाउ टू डू दिस। स्वीट पोटैटो स्टफ। यस, देखियो तो मेरा क्या कहते हैं, मेरा वर्टिकल चल रहा है क्या? स्ट्रीम ऑफ है? क्या बात कर रहा है? कौन सा स्ट्रीम ऑफ है? वर्टिकल ऑफ है? ओके 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 ओके। वेट वेट वेट, एक और लाइव स्टार्ट करता हूँ मैं फिर। का देखता हूँ। साइड में एनपीसी कौन है बे? मस्त है ना? रुको रुको रुको, मैं एक नया स्ट्रीम बनाने जा रहा हूँ। ओके ओके। मैंने देखा था कि साथ में ही हो जाता है, बट समहाउ अभी मेरे लिए नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं अभी जाऊंगा एंड आई गोना क्रिएट अनदर। gonna create another live stream and I'm gonna name it vertical live stream या Genshin something अलग नाम करूंगा मैं इसका। ओके, सो जस्ट गिव मी अ टाइम। Genshin live, Genshin live, hashtag short live, okay, short video, hashtag short live, live नहीं live, okay. So this is gonna be my vertical live stream, okay. No, damn, okay, okay. यहाँ पे मैं एनीवन कर दूंगा, कोई भी आके चैट करेगा, ओके। ओके, तो मैं यहाँ पे करूँगा वर्टिकल वाला, देखो वर्टिकल, ओके। तो मैं ये कॉपी करूँगा, तो नाउ एम आई, नहीं यार, ओके। मेरा ये फ़ोन पता नहीं क्यों हैंग हो रहा है। हेलो गाइस, एम आई ऑडिबल? व्हाट द हेक? अरे यार, फिर तो वही आ गया। एक सेकेंड यार, एक सेकेंड। सर्वर बोथ हॉरिजॉन्टल, वही तो। क्या सीन है? Hello Noah Emperor, welcome to the stream. Great. आज मैं बना के, कैन यू हेल्प? हाँ बोलो ना, क्या हेल्प चाहिए? इसको पहले मेरे को ये करने दो, तो डिलीट कर देता हूँ। गाइज मेरे को थोड़ा सा टाइम लग रहा है क्योंकि मैं ना अपना जो लाइव में वर्टिकल एंड ये दोनों ये कर रहा हूँ, तो थोड़ा सा मेरे को टाइम दो, थोड़ा सा। आई नीड फ्यू मिनट्स। ओके, भाई का देखना है आईडी, तो तब तक मैं एक ओके, आई एम गोना क्रिएट अ न्यू वन। तो मैं सेम चीज नहीं करूंगा, मैं एक नया ये करूंगा, क्या कहते हैं। भाई थोड़ा सा मेरे को टाइम दे दो, थोड़ा सा, क्योंकि मैं ये गलती कर रहा था, मैं वो कर रहा था, सेम चीज कर रहा था, बट नहीं। ओके, गेंशिन, गेंशिन लाइव। ओके, हैशटैग। भाई मेरा फोन बार बार हैंग हो रहा है यार, मेरे को इधर देखना ही नहीं है। हाँ, ओके, गेमिंग, गेंशिन। मेरा फोन हैंग हो रहा है यार। ब्रदर प्लीज जस्ट गिव मी फ्यू मिनट्स, थोड़ा सा, थोड़ा सा। हो गया है, लगभग लगभग हो ही गया है मेरा प्लेलिस्ट लाइव। तो इसको भी लाइव में ही रखेंगे। नो, एंड टैग में अपन नॉर्मल जो टैग यूज करते हैं वही यूज करेंगे। एंड ये रहा मेरा टैग। नेक्स्ट, नेक्स्ट, एनीवन? ओके, नेक्स्ट। मैं इसको पब्लिक रखेंगे। डन, डन हो गया फिलहाल के लिए। मैं यहाँ पे अ, ये हो गया, ये हो गया, क्रिएट। ओके, so now you have to copy this and इसको कार्बन बेसिक। ओके, मेरा वर्टिकल भी स्टार्ट हो गया, एक सेकंड में आएगा इस। ओके, तो आई गेस मेरा वर्टिकल भी चालू हो गया, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग। बट अब ये दिक्कत है, मैं दोनों के चैट कैसे, देखा जाएगा। कई जगह चेकआउट करो, हमारा दूसरा स्ट्रीम भी लाइव है, हमारा वर्टिकल भी लाइव है, तो प्लीज जाके उस पर भी चेकआउट करो एंड हिट दैट लाइक बटन। अब आई नीड अ सेकंड मॉनिटर गाइस, थोड़ा सा बंदा बंदा भेजो। ओके, भी ये फिगर आउट करना पड़ेगा हमें कि लाइक एक साथ दोनों के चैट कैसे पढ़ा जाए। फिर मैं वर्टिकल पे शिफ्ट हो रहा हूँ, लेट्स सी, होप फॉर द बेस्ट, उधर भी सही आए। दो फोन यूज करो बे, दो फोन, एक फोन तो हैंग हो रहा है यार, ओप्पो वाला तो हैंग, हाँ हाँ, भाई हो गया, बस हो गया। एक बार और यूआईडी बता दो प्लीज, एक बार और यूआईडी भाई के लिए। तू किधर है बे? बस भाई हो गया। चैट बॉक्स ओपन। हो जाओ। सब्सक्राइब। बेल आइकन। डन। हार्ले है ना? ओके, भाई का हार्ले देखते हैं। Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button if you're new to this channel. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. भाई का आर्ले 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 बार्ले 8891038859 एंड यू कैन सजेस्ट मी कि इसके अलावा भी कोई और गेम हम खेल सकते हैं क्या? ऐसे बहुत लोगों ने सजेस्ट किया, आई एम सॉरी, मैं खेलता नहीं हूँ, ये अलग बात है, बट फिर भी अब क्योंकि मैं पहले डुअल स्ट्रीम करता था तो दिक्कत होता था। कितना कॉन्स्टेलेशन? C1 नाइस। अटैक ठीक है, एलिमेंट बढ़िया, एंड क्रिट रेट क्रिट डैमेज भी बढ़िया मोटा मोटी। अच्छा टेबल चेक कर लेते हैं। बहुत बढ़िया भाई, बाकी सबके मुकाबले ये थोड़ा सा ठूस हो गया है, अदरवाइज मस्त। ये थोड़ा सा अगर बाकी सब के तरह इसको भी अगर थोड़ा सा अपग्रेड कर सकते हो तो बहुत बढ़िया रहेगा, अदरवाइज बहुत बढ़िया है। एंड या C1 है तो एक सेकंड को इसमें आपको चाहिए क्या, लाइक थोड़ा सा और क्रिट डैमेज, तो ज्यादा कुछ नहीं। ओके, जूम हो गया। हम्म, चलो गाइस, डबल टैप ऑन योर स्क्रीन, जस्ट डबल टैप ऑन योर स्क्रीन। चैट नहीं बैठ रहा, आई मीन फोन नहीं बैठ रहा, बड़ा दिक्कत हो रहा है यार। डुअल से ये सेटअप लगा, मतलब वो कर तो लिया, बट समहाउ। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं, स्टोरी हमने नहीं किया था, हम स्टोरी करेंगे आज। डिस्कॉर्ड भी ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं। आज पूरा ग्राफिक्स कार्ड को पूरा निचोड़ लेना है एकदम, ऐसी की तैसी इसकी तो। क्या बोलती पब्लिक, बोले तो तापलिक। ओके, ये गेम ऑन हो जा, लाडे ले। आर्क रिक्वेस्ट, कैंसिल नेविगेशन। हमें कहाँ जाना है? हमें जाना है यहाँ पे। ओके, लेट्स गो। एंड गाइस, चैट वैट करो यार, क्या कर रहे हो? क्या कर क्या रहे हो? भाई को थोड़ा सपोर्ट करो। हमारी गाड़ी भी दिख रही है, फटा हुआ माइक्रोफोन। ओ माय गॉड, ओ माय गॉड। ओके, सो गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट का सिजनाया का मैप आ चुका है। बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है देखने में अभी तक के लिए। एंड होप फॉर द बेस्ट, बढ़िया ही रहा। एंड इसमें शूटिंग का फीचर भी दे दिया है अभी। आई मीन और क्या ही चाहिए। अच्छा है, नॉट बैड, नॉट दैट बैड। ओके, ऑटो, ओके, बढ़िया। मैंने स्टार्टिंग के थोड़ा बहुत कर रखे हैं, चलेगा उसके लिए। थोड़ा सा स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा सा बोरिंग था, अभी मोटा मोटी ठीक है। अभी मैं ऐसे ही करूंगा, एक दिन में दो दो स्ट्रीम अपने चलेंगे, एक वर्टिकल और एक की है। इतने लाइक हो गए बे? अरे लाइक नहीं ठोके, छी भाई, ये गंदे लोग हो। ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट किधर? पहले इसको अनलॉक कर देते, नहीं तो बाद में टीपीपी करने में बहुत दिक्कत होता है। बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत होता है टीपी करने में। मैं टॉप चैट पे था, लाइव चैट पे नहीं। ओके, अभी आया मैसेज। 100 क्रिट, 100 क्रिट एंड 200 क्रिट डैमेज कर दूं क्या? करने का तो कर सकते हो दोस्त। हेलो राहुल, हेलो हेलो राहुल। बाय द वे, अपन दो स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं एक साथ, वर्टिकल और लाइव दोनों। नहीं, इतना बड़ा तो नहीं, इतना बड़ा तो नहीं। तो इधर रखे लग रहा है, यही ठीक है, चलेगा, चलेगा। जॉर्ड नहीं, लाइक कर हट। जॉर्ड बोलता है। इधर भी ठोक, उधर भी ठोक। अपने को पैसा चाहिए, करोड़पति बनने का है अपने को। मेरे को नया दुकान खरीद के देगा मैं, पर्सनल कर दिया। मेरे को 2 लाइक क्यों दिखा रहे हैं? मेरे को 2 ही लाइक दिखा रहे हैं, पता है। दोनों मेरा ही है। अब वर्टिकल पे कितने हैं और हॉरिजॉन्टल पे कितने हैं? क्या किया भाई? देखो इधर आई गेस हॉरिजॉन्टल पे 4 लाख, इस पे अरे चाचा চিটিং করবে দাদা, তুমি চিটিং করবে। কিন্তু भाई मैं बाप बन गया। शादी कब किए बताया तक नहीं। हेलो ब्रो, पार्टी किधर है बे? पार्टी जल्दी। भाई तो आई मीन कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन, मेरे को तो पता भी नहीं था आप मैरिड हो, बट या कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन ब्रो। मेरे पीछे क्या है, मेरे पीछे कौन है? जब होगा तभी बताऊंगा ना है। 12 को स्ट्रीम नहीं किए तुम? 12 को शायद किया था, 13 को नहीं किया था। 12 को किया था, 13 को नहीं किया था, लाइक कल नहीं किया था। कल अपन थोड़ा बाहर चले गए थे, थोड़ा घर के काम की वजह से, तो इसीलिए। गाइस डबल टैप ऑन योर स्क्रीन प्लीज। अरे दोनों स्ट्रीम के चैट डिफरेंट है, कंफ्यूज हो गया हम। अरे नहीं नहीं नहीं, इधर अलग है उधर अलग है, इधर का मैं अलग है, इधर का अलग है। इधर मैं हॉरिजॉन्टल पढ़ रहा, उधर वर्टिकल पढ़ रहा। गाइस तो गाइस क्या हाल चाल अच्छा के 12 को मैं पार्टी कर रहा था, शिट। हमें नहीं बुलाते हो पार्टी में, ठीक है, देख लिए, भूल जाते हैं लोग। खुशी भाई खुशी है। बढ़िया बढ़िया। कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस। Guys, please double tap on your screen if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. हा डिस्कॉर्ड ने क्या, एंड अपन वर्टिकल एंड हॉरिजॉन्टल दोनों कर रहे हैं, तो अगर आपको वर्टिकल में देना देखना पसंद है तो आप ये करो, ये देखो। अगर आपको हॉरिजॉन्टल में देखना पसंद है तो सब्सक्राइब को चैनल को, एंड चैनल के लाइव में जाके आपको हॉरिजॉन्टल भी देखने को मिल जाएगा। सो इट्स अप टू यू गाइज, इट्स अप टू यू विच वन यू लाइक। भाई तुम नागपुर आओ जहां, भाई तुम नागपुर आओ जहां, जहां बोलो वहां पार्टी। क्या बात है, बस भाई ऐसे ही सपोर्ट बना के रखना, अपन आ जाएंगे। लेट्स गो लाडले। भाई गाइस मेरे को चैट में बताओ आप लोगों को कौन सा पसंद आ रहा है देखने में, वर्टिकल और हॉरिजॉन्टल, विच वन? वैसे दोनों का कैमरा इधर ही है तो। मैंने पहले ट्राई किया था, लेकिन ओबीएस ने हक दिया था, तो आई कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग। मेरे को लगा था मेरा पीसी अगले से, बट मैं सबको एक ही में घुसेड़ के चल रहा था, तो ये थोड़ा सा दिक्कत हो रहा था मेरा। बाकी जब ये चीज से मैं बाहर निकला तो या नो गेम साउंड, किधर नहीं आ रहा है गेम साउंड ये बता। हॉरिजॉन्टल ज्यादा मस्त है, आई यस। अभी आ रहा है हॉरिजॉन्टल में।
Called back to the Zeppelyarny Palace again? Ugh, seriously. What's the point in all these endless meetings?
अभी आ रहा है।
It's about time we throw another tea party, don't you think?
टॉयलेट निकालनी मैंने। अरे कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन भाई, पार्टी पे पार्टी मिलेगी मेरे को तो। हो ये राहुल अभी बताइयो, आ रहा है अभी सब जगह आ रहा है। यस नो से समथिंग, तुम भी निकाल लो। मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ भाई निकालने का, बट गरीबी ने मेरा हाथ पकड़ रखा है। अदरवाइज मैं तो दुनिया की हर चीज निकाल लूं। यस यस ओके, थैंक यू सो मच राहुल, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर काइंडनेस। अब एक काइंडनेस और दिखा दे। पता है मिथिलेश भाई, आप कभी अगर इधर आओ, लाइक वेस्ट बंगाल तरफ आओ, तो रामपुर हाट जरूर आना। वहाँ अपने भाई राहुल का शॉप है, समोसे का शॉप। एंड बाय गॉड मैं गया था, ब्लॉग नहीं कर पाया। आई एम रियली सैड अबाउट इट, बट भाई का शॉप में समोसा जो मिलता है ना, समोसा और गरम रसगुल्ले, ओह। और भाई खुद देने आते हैं क्या, इसलिए बोला। चैट कंफ्यूज हो गया है, मैं शॉर्ट पे तब से यस बोल रहा। हाँ इधर भी तेरा यस यस दिख रहा है मेरे को, थोड़ा सा लेट यस आया, बट या दिख रहा है। सारी डिश एक तरफ, भाई का समोसा एक तरफ। बस पानी पी लेते हैं क्योंकि समोसे की याद आ गई है। राहुल इस बार जाऊंगा ना तो ब्लॉग बनाऊंगा मस्त, अगर इस बार कभी जाना हुआ तो। दही समोसे मतलब चाट वाले नहीं, ये मिठाई दुकानें तो यहाँ पे चाट नहीं देते, नॉर्मल मिठाई और नमकीन में समोसा। Guys, please double tap on your screen.
Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just cheat their way in here. You don't just show up and land a meeting with the Harbinger. But I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Honestly, it's such a waste of time asking when I already know what the answer's gonna be. Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If child is unavailable, you'll have to go through the proper procedure.
Okay.
Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Klupov at the present. If I were you, I'd cut your losses. No point waiting any longer.
दही समोसा, तेरी समोसा, कड़ी समोसा, कैसा समोसा? नॉर्मल समोसा। इस बार का मैप क्वालिटी वियर्ड है, कैरेक्टर क्वालिटी से इन्वायरमेंट क्वालिटी डोंट मैच। ओके बहुत बढ़िया भाई, क्या जवाब दिया है। प्लेट में पेपर हैं?
Even if you two are old, next time, stick to the rules. You'll make life. Greetings, Lady Marionette.
I'll take care of our guest. I trust no choice words have been exchanged. No misunderstandings I should be aware of.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew. That was a close call. Good
Yeah.
thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know.
प्लेट में पेपर क्या है राहुल?
Wait,
नागपुर में
where's Paimon?
दही समोसा कड़ी समोसा मिलता है इसलिए पूछा वो। अच्छा नहीं नहीं नहीं, ये तो इसका तो क्या कहते हैं नॉर्मल मिठाई का शॉप है ना, जैसे मैंने कहा
You
स्वीट
let
शॉप।
me know if you run into any other problems.
हाँ क्या? नहीं नहीं रहने दो। हाँ अब देखना करप्शन होगा फुल ऑन साला ट्रैवलर का दोस्त अवेंजर उसको रॉयल ट्रीटमेंट दे रहा। क्या बात कर रहा है?
Why else? And as obnoxious as it may. Well,
किधर है
I
अकीरो
find
भाई
it
लोग?
kind
किधर
of
है सब?
unfortunate
डिस्कॉर्ड
that
में कोई नहीं आ
on
रहा
the plus
क्या?
side, you are treat, of course.
हम खाएंगे। या अच्छा पेपर प्लेट में सर्व करता। ओके
Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
डूइंग ऑफिस वर्क आधा थोड़े टाइम में लगे पड़े भाई।
Called back to the Yarny Palace again? Ugh, seriously. What's the point in all these endless meetings?
अभी मेरे को आइडिया हो गया अकीरो भाई के जब लगते हैं तो एक्चुअली में लगते हैं। आई मीन एक्चुअली में लगते हैं भाई ऑफिस के काम। अगर आपको जानना है कैसे लगते हैं, एमबीए वगैरह करो, जॉब मिलेगा, जब वो जॉब करने जाओगे तो अच्छे काम मिलेंगे, मतलब वर्कलोड मिलेगा। एंड दैट वर्कलोड माय फ्रेंड,
I've ordered for the both of us.
दैट वर्कलोड
No objections, I assume.
बिना
I'm sure.
मतलब
Okay,
क्या ही
let's
बोलूं,
get down to business. Wanna
बिना
take a
किसी को
guess? Of
मन
course
में
you'd
कुछ
say
बोले
that. That's right.
आप रह ही नहीं सकते।
They'll be discussing yet another. Yeah, it all started in that letter. He detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia. I guess he'd.
आपको मिल गई ब्रो?
to leave us
Congratulations,
all the way back then.
परिमल भाई, क्योंकि मेरे को नहीं मिली,
Hero
मैं
didn't
ट्राई कर रहा हूँ।
reveal the contents of the letter until the
अपने
event
पास
in
गौड़ी भी है,
London had
प्रीमोजेम्स
concluded.
नहीं। Alright guys, hit that like button, double tap on your screen.
That was his reaction too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him.
पहले
He was
कल
a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other. But he
15
occasionally
अगस्त है,
brought
तो उसके लिए
Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day.
सबको आज़ादी
So
की
to the rest
हार्दिक
of us,
शुभकामनाएं।
it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the
वैसे
rest of
परिमल
us,
भाई,
I mean my
आप टीम क्या
two
यूज कर रहे हो?
regulars, Arlecchino, Rosaline, and actually not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it. Anyway, then the US situation happened.
पर ट्रैवलर को
Took a lot to get under
लोग
Capitano's
इधर भी
skin,
हीरो
but
समझ
back
रहे,
then
बट
he was
डोंट दे
furious.
देयर ट्रैवलर
Not really my place to talk
मर्डर
about
हाफ
it,
ऑफ
though.
देयर।
You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the
लॉल
wrong
गए।
idea about Capitano all along.
नहीं मैंने नहीं किया परिमल भाई, अभी
Revealed the letter he'd left
एक दो
behind.
दिन मैं ठीक से कर नहीं पाया,
Capitano believed that
अभी
despite
आज करूंगा।
Tartaglia's
मतलब आज तो नहीं हो पाएगा, या
he showed
जहाँ तक
great
कर पाएंगे।
potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among
कैसा लगा आपको
members of
आर्गन
the
पुश?
Kitsui. Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures. With the ones who stood to benefit the most being the Rooster, Pulcinella, and Regrator, Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right? Exactly. Piero also needed to back a Harbinger as soon as possible. And all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long
कोई
time,
नहीं आया
he and Pantalone
इधर वो ऑफिसर काम कर रहे हैं
cut from the same cloth.
हैं
I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would
Allah.
probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself
क्या?
from any shady. What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea?
वेस्ट क्या
Besides, none of this
No.
is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out
क्या
there.
क्वेस्ट कर
They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a
Yeah.
session of the Snezhnaya Betcha. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken, it plays out for all to see in that one little room. Having a voice in a Betcha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular
अच्छा।
interest group. Pantalone, for instance,
स्क्रीनशॉट देके भेज दे और क्या
financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting. But since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard.
अरे तू जाएगा भी तब भी दिखेगा उसके इस पे दिखेगा
He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate.
इनविजिबल लगा ले
That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
हाँ ये भी है
I'm starting to see why everyone
इसके
is so
बाद तू
frustrated.
ऑडिट से मिले अरे वाह
A complex web of interests connects all parties involved. And the
रुक जाता हूँ
Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity.
नहीं
It must be nearly
कौन
impossible
सा
to
है
come up with a perfect solution.
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation.
मेरे पास यश का है
Time for you to answer a question of mine. You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first
सर्वर
person
कौन
you
सा है
asked to see?
अच्छा हाँ हाँ मिल गया लॉल दिखा क्या हो गया एक्चुअली मुझे ऑडिट में नहीं चाहिए था बट क्या करे हाँ कर लिया तो ये क्या है हाँ कहाँ ये कौन है हाँ पढ़ा मैं नहीं पहचानता अच्छा ये जो वो वैलोरेंट पे मिला था वो ताले बट वो तो बात करते करते ओ भाई बट वो तो वो है ना हम्म ताला माय गॉड। हो जा।
I just don't understand. Wait. I only meant you should be you. Fair enough.
अरे उनका ऑफिस का वही पूरा प्रेशर ला के रखा हुआ है,
Politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always
बना के दे
beating
रखा है
around
भाई
the bush
उनको
when they talk.
गर्दा।
I guess it must have rubbed off on me. Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay? Little things like this are no problem.
उसका दोस्त, ये भी दोस्त,
Lady
it's
Mary,
best friend,
What now? Can't you see I'm on my
best
break?
friend. Kaya.
Whatever it is, just leave it on my desk. I'll look at it later.
sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an emergency.
Isn't it always?
बात
I've
की।
told you before. Fixing the
अरे
traps
हाँ,
and transporting
नाउ
my
वी
things
हैव
does not
सीसीटीवी कैमरा इन अवर शॉप। अरे पैसा पार्टी पैसा बोल रहे। चलिए भाई मैं जा रहा हॉस्पिटल लेके आ रहा ज्वाइन करना। ओके भाई ओके, एंड वन सेकंड कांग्रेचुलेशंस भाई।
Buildup of snow, exceeding the maximum weight limit. The
Huh?
supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant.
अरे
beast
मिथिलेश
that
भाई
had been
father बन
keeping
गए।
ice miners trapped. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation. But we're
I guess that's it then. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that?
पार्टी याद रखना, बोलना नहीं। यस टू बी स्ट्रीम कर, ग्रैनी स्ट्रीम करियो ग्रैनी।
Not and honestly, I'd rather have your help than any. Then let's go. You take 2 people to Pavoye restaurant. Find his room and watch it like a hawk until we get back. If anything happens to Paimon, you'll be answering to me.
yes, Lady Marionette.
मेरे पास तो प्रीमोजी नहीं है, हारू या जीतू फर्क क्या पड़ता है? हाँ? हाँ हाँ छी। अरे यश तू ग्रैनी स्ट्रीम किया अगर, क्यों? पैसे ही पैसे। हाँ बच्चे आते ना देखने के लिए, मिलियंस में व्यूज। ग्रैनी स्ट्रीम ना हुआ है।
They weren't exaggerating. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that. Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
क्या करना? ओ जान जाना हामी तुम्हार दीवाना। तो ऊपर कैसे जाए बे? अनलॉक करना। यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा चेंज करते हैं अपन, ये लेते हैं। ऊपर जा पाएंगे कि नहीं? नहीं नहीं, वी कैन नॉट गो देयर। हमें यहाँ से जाना पड़ेगा। और नीचे जाना पड़ेगा। कोई मिल गया ना किसी दिन, अब बोल दिया ना उसने कि भाई ये बोल, बस लग जाएंगे तेरे।
I have to be.
Don't go any further.
हेमू भाई को बुला लियो।
It's too dangerous here. There's a
Help
highly
me.
aggressive monster on the prowl. Ah, I see. You're the backup from Snezhnaya. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member.
There are 5 people. Let's go. Every.
हाँ मिल गया हमें।
Something's moving.
ऑडिट मिल गया हमें, जो भी इसका प्रोनाउंस है। ऑडिट ही होगा। स्टोरी पे मिली लाडले। इमोजी नहीं है, कहाँ से मिलेगी? चल एक विश कर देते हैं। गोल्ड अरे गोल्ड देते ना लाडले। 1 2 3 क्या खत्म। ये कैसा आवाज है? ये कैसा आवाज है? इसमें स्ट्रीमर मोड है क्या? नहीं, इधर स्ट्रीमर मोड नहीं है। होगा भी तो मेरे को नहीं पता। हाँ
Well, if that's all,
चलो।
I'm going to go rehearse.
इलेक्ट्रो से इलेक्ट्रो मार रहा हूँ मैं। बाजी वाह। मेरे जैसा खूंखार आदमी भाई कहाँ मिलेगा देखने को?
I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move.
इधर है। अरे उड़ गया। ये मोटा सांड। भाई 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 भाई, ये अभी छोटू सा था, कितना बड़ा हो गया।
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder otherwise.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out. He and I will stay behind to watch the.
Guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Come on, let's go. This way.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made it. Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back anytime soon. It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious beast. It's lucky we got here when we did. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated. Time for us to leave.
Wait, this place. There's something unusual about it.
क्या है? ये क्या हो रहा भाई? ओ भाई
What is that?
I don't know. It's back?
Guess it has family.
अरे अरे अरे
This way. Run!
ओ भाई ओ नाइस बे डैम ओ ये
Thanks.
अल्लाह ठरकी ट्रैवलर
Let's get out of here.
अरे स्टोरी कर रहा हूँ मस्त लिख रहा है दौड़ा दिए भाई इसको इम्पोर्टेंट स्टोरी आई गेस आर्कन क्वेस्ट ओ नाइस रिट्रेट हाँ बहुत बढ़िया है
I like music. In fact, I've talked.
ये तो फिर ऑडिट के लिए वेपन भी होगा ये स्टोरी करने पे एक वेपन मिलता है आई गेस 5 स्टार है ट्रैवलर के लिए आई गेस 5 स्टार है कि 4 स्टार देखना पड़ेगा
Many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano. And
ये रहा अबे 5 स्टार है व्हाट इस पे 5 स्टार वेपन दे रहे ये लोग
finger two.
वाह आइडिया नहीं था ये इतना मस्त चीज दे देंगे ऊपर पहुंच गए
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. We also placed a sign at the entrance to the cave, warning people to stay away. You really held your own today. I still don't know your name.
बोले तो क्या कहते काम है थोड़ा सा निपटा के आते हैं
Don't think I've seen you before. I'll remember the name. All right then. See you around. Hello, Lady Marionette. I hear the rescue operation was a great success. I knew I could count on you. What brings you here, Odette? Here for a performance? No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash. She hasn't introduced her. If you ever hear. On top of that, Odette's also a rising. She learned all her
You flatter me.
If she's Rosaline's protege.
How's progress on your end, Lady
equally successful. Even if the heavy snowfall. All right, now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard. Sure, but first, Pantalone needs to. That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months. Yup.
The snow has eased a little. Fuel for heating is in short supply. It just feels like there should be a.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Let's get back. When did you get a new sword? Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right?
ये भी इधर है.
I'm still recovering from the interrogation
बढ़िया.
the real Big Shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Lajdovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuja, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuja. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse him? What does he mean, refuse to stand up for ordinary people?
Oh my gosh. How does he dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where he's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long-term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuja seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuja outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family, who all live here. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vecha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly as possible. The issue is that there's no...
सॉरी गाइस, थोड़ा सा नेट चला गया था। फिर से ना करना पड़े, सेम चीज फिर से करना पड़ेगा।
Huh. Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real big shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Laidovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuzia, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something.
Huh. Well, if it isn't Counselor
फिर से
Tartaglia,
यार,
Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real big shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Laidovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuzia, and the
हेलो
usual
अर्पण भाई,
rebuttals
सॉरी
are
थोड़ा सा
starting to
नेट
ring
आज
hollow.
थोड़ा सा
The results
गड़बड़
of
कर
the
रहा
mock
है,
vote were
लाइट।
pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to
Yeah.
crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuzia. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse him? What does he mean, refuse to stand up for ordinary people?
Oh my gosh. How does he dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where he's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long-term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuzha seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuzha outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family, who all live here. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vecha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly as possible. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils, which obviously isn't a great look. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just doing our best to make it work.
In fairness to Sandrone, she rushed to Svietlo Lidovka's aid the moment she heard that people were in danger. And even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to rise to the demands of his new role as counselor.
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful monster. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she waste her time on something like this? Thanks. I meant every word I said, though. I wasn't just trying to placate you. I've already done more than enough diplomacy for one day.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point.
पुनीत
Our
भाई
two harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many others in the Vecha who must feel trapped and forced to vote against their conscience. I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
You can say that again.
और क्या हालचाल भाई?
I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't know you so well.
Forgive me, adventurer, but might I be so bold as to ask about your background? How is it that you can converse so openly with two harbingers?
Oh, haven't you been properly introduced?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned his name so far, and no details of his experiences. Is something wrong?
Uh-oh.
Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... Alright, I guess there's no getting around it. This is the world-renowned traveler, who helped resolve the Storm Terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma, where there was a duel before the throne, in which the traveler defeated Rosaline.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. It's fine. Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming up. Please excuse me. I should get going.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along.
Hello Mr. King,
Not that
क्या हाल
Rosaline's
चाल?
really the type of person to make friends, but death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it.
ट्रैवल को देखकर अब ऐसा लगता है.
Oh, by the way, where's Paimon? It's not like her to hide away.
She hasn't been feeling well.
What are you doing?
So she's resting at Podvorier
Arkham
Restaurant.
Quest?
I got a couple of my people to look after her while we were gone.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain. I'm sure Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours. I'll send my most capable and reliable. They'll make sure Paimon can recover in peace.
Well, that would be great. Your people are more qualified.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. Hopefully this takes a load off your mind. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
भाई और नहीं भाई प्रीमोजेंसी नहीं है.
Already?
क्या ही कर
That
सकते हैं.
was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movements are confidential. Even we're not in the loop. If you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time.
एक सेकंड ना.
Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation. I have some other work to catch up on at Glupov anyway.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
क्लिक करवाएगा.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have things to do. Things I want to do. And things I ought to do. To start with, I should ask Alosha if he knows any way to help Svietlo Lydovka. How strange. This sword seems to be vibrating of its own accord. It's a very faint vibration, but it's getting stronger as I get closer to the statue of the Seven. Does this sword have some connection to the statue? But all it does is vibrate, even when I touch it. That place I got this sword from was definitely out of the ordinary. Maybe I should try channeling the power of cryo.
टीम में कोई इलेक्ट्रो कैरेक्टर नहीं. अरे चेंज किया था, सॉरी.
There really is something special about this sword.
तो धीरे धीरे एक्टिवेट होगा।
I don't really understand what just happened, but I'm pretty sure this sword just got a little more powerful. I'll have to try the same thing again when I come across another statue of the Seven. In the meantime, I'd better go find Alosha.
Well, since you...
अभी एक बार भी यूज नहीं करूंगा, बाद में यूज करूंगा।
Hello there. How can I help? Ah, sure thing. Give me a second. I'll go fetch him for you.
It's a familiar story. I've had similar experiences. Although Snezhnaya doesn't deliberately delay or withhold relief, those first few days of waiting for help are always the hardest. It's a fundamental contradiction. If emergency relief can't be delivered in time, what's the point in even calling it emergency relief? Not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that Kresny Crystal from Stratomoros will start flowing into the market. When we resolve Stratomoros' energy issue, it's like we open the floodgates. A huge backlog of crystal is now available to the townspeople. There's no way they can use it up at once. A lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work their way through. Probably a good idea, since energy prices are only going to keep rising. But there will always be people who urgently need Mora. Exactly. At the current prices, selling crystal is an easy way for an ordinary person to make a fortune. Hey boss, how much do I have left in my account?
1 second, let me check. So,
You're planning on buying the crystal out of your own pocket?
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and buy as much as I can afford. No, it's fine. You're new to Snezhnaya, and you have your own living expenses to worry about. Besides, you're already providing the train.
Here's your Mora. See what you can find at the market, but I doubt there'll be much crystal left.
Yeah, well, can't hurt to take a look. Let's see. Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and...
क्या हुआ?
Yeah.
Hello?
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. Sometimes I work as a cleaner or prop hand at the theater where Odette is one of the big stars, so I've met her a few times. When the weather's as bad as this, it's better for a hunter to adapt than to keep looking for game.
Yes, and we sometimes need extra help.
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought things went pretty smoothly in Svietlolaidovka. So, what brings you here, Miss Odette? Looking for some new props?
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation in Svietlolaidovka. It bothered me so much I couldn't focus on my dancing. So I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. You too, I presume. I suppose that's why you're here. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Not least because ordinary Fatui like me don't even know what Project Stuzha is all about. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of it. And at some point, if things aren't making sense to me, I can't just keep going along with it.
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could do something, but all kinds of reservations hold them back. Explains why groups like the Rokot are springing up to fill the gap.
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks to consider with organizations like that. The Fatui does not encourage their activities.
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to hold the right people accountable when they do.
Oh.
I've heard about a few cases like that.
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, she'll be able to find out what Project Stuzha is really about. Still, it's probably a little soon to ask her about that. There may be more to the story.
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it
Hi,
can't
Shilpa.
stop you from doing the right thing. I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. You made the right decision, so no hard feelings. So, what's your plan?
Oh, we were gonna buy some crystal. I heard there's some on the market right now.
Funny. I had the same idea. In that case, let me pay. I can claim it back as mission expenses.
अभी कहाँ?
The real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these costs than for us to pay out of our
अरे 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 इंडिया में भी
It's a huge expense after all.
ए भगवान
Let me see. I'll take it all, please. And I'll be needing a receipt. Right.
म्यूट में
Choose mission budget under the expense category, but be sure to specify emergency rescue operation in the description. Otherwise, the normal reimbursement limit will apply. Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport Kresnik Crystal during Project Stuzha, extra carriages can be added 1 hour before departure. That should do it. The train will be escorted to its destination by Fatui guards.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette. It seems you're as skilled an officer as you are a dancer.
You flatter me. It's only because I've been doing both my whole life.
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right? Any idea how Paimon's doing?
What's wrong? Who's Paimon?
His travel buddy. Hasn't been feeling well. She caught a cold right after they got to Snezhnaya.
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been dealing with this on top of everything you've been doing to help the people of Snezhnaya.
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you. I want to see how she's doing.
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Sviet-Olaydovka. Plus, I know a little bit about relieving cold symptoms.
All right then, let's go. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the tension seems to have vanished. A good sign, hopefully.
Yo, random bro, welcome to the stream. What is up? नहीं मिला शिल्पा.
Hello. Sorry, but there's a sick person recovering in this room. Can I help you?
What happened?
Oh, please, excuse me. Are you the traveler? Could... Ah, it's really you. Sorry for the inconvenience. We're under strict orders from Master Child to keep this room well guarded. At the same time, we can't interfere with Podvoye Restaurant's business.
अरे जॉर्ज कैसा लगा?
We seem all the more suspicious and draw unwanted attention to this room. Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed in and around the restaurant, in plain clothes, of course. Rest assured, you're in safe hands.
I didn't expect such a high standard of protection.
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this special assignment. We're not about to let anything go wrong. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Please, head inside.
Traveler! Alasha, you're back! Oh, hey! Who's our new friend?
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? You're practically a member yourself by this point. Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. Seems like that doctor was right. It's just... Paimon's limbs are still feeling a little chilly.
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is that a flame inside an ice cube? Wait, is this real ice? How's it not melting? And how does the fire keep on burning?
All keen observations. You're right. This is called core ignis. Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I found I recover much more quickly if I place this by my bed. You're welcome to borrow it.
Awesome! Wow! It's so nice and warm! Oh, it's like magic. Your name was Odette, right? How did you two meet again?
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. That's a relief. Any progress with your investigation yet? No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokad, huh? Let me think. Members of the Rokad keep their true identities hidden, but I think there might be someone I can introduce you to. Leave it with me. Meet me at the Korolyevsky troop tomorrow, and I'll tell you how it goes.
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Hi, Mom will have... maybe some hot milk? Yeah. Paimon's in the mood for something warm. Enough with the secret chat, you two. It'll be kind of like tabletop troop. No reason why listening to a story can't be an adventure. I like music. In fact... I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me?
Don't you? Everything is connected. Hope for the best. तो करके देना उसने भेजा फिर क्या करना है नहीं करना है ऑलमोस्ट सेम कैसे होगा वो कंट्री है भाई ऐसे चेक करो कि फट जाएगा सेम जाएगा
You made it. I've got some tickets and I managed to set something up with the Rokad. It'll have to wait until after the show though. Happy to stay and watch? I doubt you've seen the Korolyevsky troupe on stage before. Pleasure. Here, this is the way in.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulations. Thank you.
Is that guy with the Fatui? Looks like he's waiting for something.
Okay, all done. Thank you for your cooperation. Please proceed through to the theater.
What's up? Everything okay? Snezhnaya's business and political leaders are always passing through here, so it makes sense that security's tight. Still, it's a little unusual to see the Fatui's Armory Palace guard here. You saw him, right? The guy right at the back. Strong, silent type. His name's Valeri. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion. but I only ever see him here for one thing. To look for a guy named Mitya. Supposedly a researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. The theater is one of his favorite places to hang out when he's playing hooky from work. But that's not for us to worry about. Let's go. The show's about to start.
ये क्या होता है?
What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh? The one in Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
What's his problem? Whatever. No point arguing with people like that.
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to later. She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa.
कॉपीराइट ना आ जाए भाई।
This leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us there.
It's about time we threw another tea party, don't you think? I wonder who else is free. Called back to the Zapolyarny Palace again? Ugh, seriously, what's the point in all these endless meetings?
हो गया कृपा। देख लेंगे। भैया विराट कोहली लंदन है, ये गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट है काइंड ऑफ, मतलब गाचा गेम है। वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम।
Excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now. Come in.
Oh, it's you two.
Huh? You know each other? Oh wait. Is this who you
And guys, please don't forget to hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. Thank you so much.
Stop thinking about?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was.
Might I ask what brings you two here?
Oh, I just brought him here to see the show. And when it finished, he was full of praise for Vodonitz's performance. So I thought I'd try my luck. See if we could get the chance to chat for a bit. Maybe get an autograph?
You work here. You of all people ought to know that's against the rules. It's not what the green room is there for.
Oh, what's the big deal? Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can take a picture too if you want.
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day.
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud to admit it. She thinks very highly of you. And so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door.
ये लड़की मर्मेड है।
Confidentiality, of course. The
Hey, Virat
Rokat is
Kohli,
very
man.
strict on that.
Whoa, Alosha!
Relax, I've taken care of it. Look at this.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so he's been approved to join?
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokat. Unfortunately, Rokat intel is only available to members. But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working together. I've seen the way you work, your character, and your motives. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with what we're trying to achieve in the Rokat. So I figured I might as well cut to the chase. I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. His approval came very quickly. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not. We'll respect your choice.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, I guess we don't need to worry about you blowing our cover. Still, you gave me a real fright. I didn't know that's why you came looking for me. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance, was that just because Odette was here? Did you actually mean it? Now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like I said, the Rokat is a covert organization, and we hide our identities. Members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps us maintain a high level of independence and secrecy. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints, so long as the outcome of any activity doesn't violate the organization's principles.
After all, we don't have any
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all. We have plenty of members who have yet to take any action. In short, joining the Rokot in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity in Snezhnaya. There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting reading.
Great. Then I'll go grab an official application form. Be right back.
Well, Alosha has this pet dog, you see. His name's Tagarin, and this one time, Alosha brought him backstage. Tagarin took quite a liking to me, so I played with him for a little bit and fed him some treats. Then, the Rokot was out on a mission one day, and even though we were all in disguise, Tagarin recognized me right away.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the fallout. Like my job at the theater, for instance. I really need it to make ends meet. By the way, what were you complaining about just before we came in? Did everything go okay with Chuganov?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small talk with him before I went on stage to fish for intel about the Iskra manufacturing plant. But he wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said, he kept dodging the question. And then he started complaining. He said he didn't appreciate his second-rate seat in the stalls because he usually gets a private box. I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance. I had to juggle things around.
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person is
Check your mail.
You probably don't know who we're talking about, do you?
To the citizen,
Professional.
our interactions with tell a very different story. Take the ticket situation, not to mention that he's never paid, and another.
Calm down, but first things first.
And they all are connected on dashboard KPI. If there is any change in like anything city or public or anything, then the KPI will be changed automatically.
Looks like I'll need to make a few. Alright. Recently, all we need now.
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be allocated to where it's needed most.
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats, but he's too tight-lipped. We'll have to find another way. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight. Mitya.
But Valeri's here too, and he's probably looking for Mitya, so he may end up being a no-show.
Don't you worry. He must know how to dodge Valeri, or he wouldn't be showing up on time for every performance. Mitya is a renowned energy expert. Although we can't get any direct evidence of the excessive energy consumption at the plant, we can accidentally let the information slip to him. The authorities should take someone like also. We're not allowed. Yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure out. Though I think we're far less likely to make any progress on that front. Still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox. So, who knows? Maybe if we catch him in the right mood,
Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you so
Sound like
much.
something worth your time?
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple of buddies there to eat, and keep your ears peeled for useful information. He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me. But you two need to be convincing. If he suspects anything at all, he might stop talking.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable pair of buddies.
Perfect! You've sold me already. Now, help me tidy this room up a bit before we head out.
Okay. What needs tidying?
Everything.
कहाँ गया क्यों भाई? कुछ तो बताओ कैसी लगी?
We come here often, so we shouldn't stand out. Let's sit. Now, it's up to...
Mr. Metia! Over here! Over here!
Oh, sorry. I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned.
ये तो वो है ऐसा. What did you put?
Go
कुछ
ahead.
नहीं है
order some
दोस्त.
snacks.
Very gaudy.
No, I've
Very
already
very
declined
gaudy.
your invitation several times because our
क्या ही
schedules
कहें?
rarely align.
By the way, जतिन भाई, welcome. क्या हाल चाल है आपके?
Who knows when the next one will come around?
And guys, please don't forget to hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. Nah.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya is full of weird and wonderful things like that, so people tend not to bat an eye. I'm sure the same will go for the Eye of Grey and Paimon.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan of the theater.
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. No matter how many times I hear you sing, it never gets old. It always seems fresh and new somehow. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice. Or maybe you simply improve with every performance, delivering it better each time.
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear that. Could you give me any specific examples?
Oh, yeah. The piece you sang today, for example. Beneath the Frozen River? Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance. I always used to find that such a bleak and lonely song. But the more you listen, the more you realize that it's not as cold and nihilistic as it appears. When you really dig down into it, there's a certain level where you're surprised by the emergence of hope.
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on that. Actually, I only tried out that angle after talking with a composer. Still, Beneath the Frozen River wasn't on today's program.
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
Almost every time.
Oh, well then. Let me say a few words about that other all-time...
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up
to it, अचानक से काम आता है तो क्या करें?
at the last minute.
Oh, but,
Sorry, Mr. Metia, but you...
वो आपको बना के भेज जाइए दूसरा पर्सनल काम है.
Of course was. Remember? I said hello to all the troop members before the show started. You, Odette, and the others.
So, what did Odette sing today?
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose, of course.
Correct. I see. I see. You find my singing boring, don't you? That's why you don't remember a single song. Looks like I'll need to cut a few from the program next time.
No, that's not it. I swear. All right. I'll be straight with you. I'm sorry. My mind was wandering as you took the stage today. I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite performances stimulate the mind. It always sparks some inspiration for my research. So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater for a change of pace. Odette's dance during the elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose today was simply incredible. It got me wondering what she's been going through recently. That look of sheer defiance in the face of utter tragedy? It was so inspiring. I started scribbling in my notebook right away. Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it was productive. By the time I snapped out of it, the entire show had finished.
So what you're saying is, you didn't listen to my singing at all?
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry, I don't know which is more disrespectful. The fact that I don't always come for the show itself, or the fact that I missed your performance.
Seems like things are getting a little awkward.
Nitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who show disrespect for her performance. This meeting was so hard to set up. Don't tell me it's already falling apart.
It's fine. I suppose this is affirming in its own way. At least, it shows that our performance really touches people's hearts, right? Don't let it bother you. It certainly doesn't bother me.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know how much you adore
Hello.
her performance.
Please don't
हाँ
say that.
किडनी में
I
शायद
always
सूजन
loved your
हो
performance
सकता है
too. It's just that inspiration
हाँ
struck at the wrong time today. I'm
ताकि
usually
वो
all
क्या कि
ears.
वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है कि वो शायद किडनी के जो ऊपर में है ना वो वाइट कुछ परत बना हुआ है तो वो सूजन की तरफ इशारा कर रहा है
Praise their coworkers right to their face, but not me. No, sir.
वो तो रिपोर्ट जब ब्लड टेस्ट कराओगे तभी होगा ब्लड टेस्ट या फिर जो भी
But you
टेस्ट
know
है
what I really can't stand? People who only show up to the theater to pretend that they're cultured.
हाँ जब
Makes
भेज
me
दो
sick to my stomach.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There are too many of those people around. By the time they're walking out the door, they've forgotten all about the show. What's wrong? You look furious.
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Eastborough manufacturing plant. He isn't even a theater investor, but he always demands the same privileges as actual investors. Box tickets only, premium drinks, even the right to request specific songs.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her rage to steer the conversation back on track.
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example of a benevolent businessman, but I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just what's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway?
नहीं होगा तो एक बार सर्जन से भी बात करके देख सकते हो
Shocking stories. Sounds like
Yeah.
he's just another greedy capitalist.
Oh, really?
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's not bad enough, he also strictly forbids his employees from giving any kind of interview. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times, we're at the point where crystal rations for the common folk are barely enough to survive on. Yet he even wants to get his greedy hand. If the rumors are true,
He's in serious violation of the law.
Interesting. So you've heard about it too?
What? So it's really true?
Who knows? I've only heard the same rumors you have. But there's no smoke without fire. The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of—
The Rooster? I didn't—
Yeah. Even though there are— Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into the Iskra manufacturing plant as soon as possible. I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanitsa. You really have a heart for the common person. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so stressed out over Project Stuzha. What is the end goal of the—
This is it. We're finally going.
I'm sure Mitya can—
It's stressing me out too. If I'd only made better progress with my research, things wouldn't have dragged on this long.
Oh, so your work is related to Project Stuzha?
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source, not the power of the Light Realm. Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within stellar linchpins. But harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnet crystal, from extraction to quantification to attempts at conversion. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by.
Could it be—
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for— Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. Sorry, I can't talk about that. I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working ourselves to the bone for so long with so little progress to show for it. It's no wonder people are struggling to stay motivated.
Seems like I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have gotten so mad at you for not paying attention during the show.
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest. I don't envy the people who work closely with the Tsaritsa herself. I'd much rather be in my current position. At least I don't have to shoulder any major responsibilities.
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy. Yeah.
Oh, dear. It looks like... I'm so sorry. We ended...
That's okay. It was...
Let's make up for it next... We touched on some confidential issues today.
ये 10 बज गए.
That could have gone...
Nice job.
Sorry, routine inspection.
अभी ये तो
Okay, let's go.
So he wasn't rushed.
One of the main duties of the special assignment.
All right. Time.
We'll settle our check too then.
Oh, hello there. Mr. Mitya. He also asked me to pass on a...
Wait.
So he knew we were here all of... Maybe his work isn't...
You're back! Paimon was just gonna mention that. After she woke up today, Paimon felt like her temperature was completely back to normal. Still, there's some good... It's like there's... She only started feeling this way since we arrived in Snezhnaya.
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source.
Could that have something to do with this?
What is it? You're making that face again. So, they're trying to develop a new energy source here? And you think that might be why Paimon's feeling unwell? Well, Mitya denied that the energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did say that people working on the project have been having issues with their concentration and But even so, those are completely different symptoms from Paimon's. It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. Sure, Haimon's with you there. But how, though? Oh, great point! They argue about Project Stuzha every day. If we could sit in on one of their sessions, we might pick up some new leads. Good idea! Oh yeah, while you were out, Haimon tried all the yummiest looking desserts. This one seemed right up your...
Alosha replied.
साल को
Time to get ready. Then head to the Snezhnaya Vecha.
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting in on a session of the Vecha?
Sorry, I'm not taking in... Oh good, you're here. The session's about to begin. Let's get inside.
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa. Could you introduce me to your new friend?
In summary, the energy management
भाई
commitments
सबको दिखा
made
देंगे
for
क्या?
the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of stabilizing. The relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next
ये एल्फ है,
period.
ये तो अकीरो भाई का फेवरेट
For
होगा.
detailed statistics, I would refer you to the industry reports that have been distributed to all persons present. It should also be noted that while the recent
Elf is there.
blizzards have led to
ये
a
क्या?
significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon associated with a remotely located Her Majesty the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention to this matter. A financial report on disaster will...
There's a general
आपको क्या फायदा? आप नहीं आपको क्या फायदा? आपको
tangible benefits.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy don't mind.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit.
यहाँ पे
You have to sell from
नया एलिमेंट
Best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
दारू पी रहे हैं?
Order! We will now
मेरे को लगा
open the
दारू
floor
पी रहे
to
हैं.
the representatives. If there are no further...
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably. But recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnograd. It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now. There needs to be a clear and consistent rationale behind how crystal is allocated, or we will soon face immense public backlash.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative. You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down? Have you factored that into your equation?
And do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. And I doubt I'd be going by child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuja cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether Project Stuja continues or not.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever brings solutions.
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regraders struck back with style and a war of words ensued. Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support? The people have spoken! Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regrader onto his back foot with a relentless barrage of questions. It had to be seen to be believed.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first met in Liyue. So surely, their relationship can't always have been this strained.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus on what the data is saying.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method of allocation. But I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuja is not the root cause of the problem. It is merely a framework for resource distribution. The most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning. And to make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the hard-won experience we've gained to date.
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up
एक
to with
ऊपर
the
में 3
notorious
सीट है
relic still
एक
active to
बैठा हुआ
this
है
day. Should the
बाकी के
Rokot be held responsible? No, there is someone else to blame.
She's just rephrasing what As for Lilac, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike so whether it's threats, coercion, or bribe.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lilacs' methods? Are you for or against? Well, whatever the story is, his actions benefit us all. We stand with Lilac.
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it, since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway. We may as well get them to collect some data while they're at it. Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit.
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision upon her return. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload, I'm afraid it may prove difficult for them to provide any practical support.
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete and actionable plan is in place.
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here, including manpower, time sensitivity, and reporting lines. Nevertheless,
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time sensitivity was raised just now, which I presume relates to the official reports. In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area. Would these be of any use?
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Sviet Lolaidovka's report, And although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment operation, the energy consumption statistics also yield a lot of insights.
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local data to determine crystal quotas? In the long term, it seems like a very risky...
Not if they are used...
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement is acceptable...
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of improving treatment for Fatui soldiers. Today, the prima donna...
Right? Anything like...
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present...
Hey, check it out! What made him vote against?
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuja total 61%, securing a clear majority.
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this time.
Chuganov. I see. Lelek strikes again.
Yes. Go, Lelek. Once Project Stuja is defeated, our unwavering support at Bring Out the Kvass will finally pay off when we make our comeback. I can taste our victory already.
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. Finally, may I remind us all, we debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand. The session is concluded.
I have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chuganov to vote against Project Stuja. Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the ones least likely to oppose it. As we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires everyone to cut back during the winter. But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra demand from the public would have to be filled from somewhere. So logically, the factories would have to take the hit. I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive energy consumption at the Iskra manufacturing plant. In a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production and submit to an investigation before issuing a penalty. But that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vecha agenda this time. I don't think he suspects anything so far. Exactly. And as you know, he's a very selfish person. I was originally gonna try and flip him out rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production. But now, he's already voted against it. Which, yeah, no one knows why Lelek is so obsessed with ending Project Stuja. But by the looks of it, he's inching closer and closer to success.
Lelek must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe he knows the full truth of Project Stuja. Maybe my next step should be to focus on it.
Oh, right. What are your plans?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
I didn't take you for greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some
Ah, Odette must have introduced you. Looks like you two are getting along.
I'll leave you to catch up. Sure. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vecha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no way.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. To others, he's the bane of their existence. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir. Huh? You want to look into Lelek? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity are numbered. What do you think, Sandrone?
Fine by me, I guess. If the Traveler actually manages to expose Lelek. it'll be doing in return. It seems
My thoughts exactly. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelik. It's easier to just pull the
As you command, child, sir.
in that case, since we're going to be waiting any.
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved, his modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor if he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time. So they switched the focus of the investigation to careful. Don't underestimate me. Although truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover. Direct confrontation is more my style.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human.
No, not as strong as me. Oh, you hit me right where it hurts.
He's just trying to.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, it.
Odette.
Except she's Fatui.
No, wait a moment.
What do you mean?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her. And when you think about.
Oh, yikes. I was still.
Arlecchino would be the best person. Rosaline used, as I'm sure you can. She gave her some tips on how. Beyond that, the reason being, her father. That was back before it.
The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Is that such a surprise?
Odette's past is no secret. On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents. After her father passed away on a mission, Odette was only per Capitano's pup. So regardless.
Right, because still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right? If she doesn't even like the Fatui.
It's just a theory. A possibility. But as a motive for Odette, that said, plenty of people were on bad terms. Yes.
Yeah, back to funnily enough, which means you can go in my place.
Spirit Seeker. But Odette's been.
Tonya's excited for.
It's a tale of. But when that classic. Not an easy dance to do just.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, we should wait until. I'll let you take it from here, comrade.
Today. It's good that everything's going so smoothly. Next step is to head back to the theater and get a clear answer from Odette. Either way, maybe this is going too far, but like, with everything she's managed to do so far, wouldn't it make more sense in theory to be even more, you know, why leave a letter when she could, well, we know there are plenty of other ways to keep people in line, right? The point is, so, if it is her, yeah. Well, all you can do is follow the facts wherever they lead. No change, really. But that thing Paimon told you about yesterday? Paimon feels like she can sense it more clearly now. Hearing you talk about your day makes Paimon itch for an adventure. If only she could...
Yeah, I would... If Odette is Lelik, she may well have insight in her father. It's hard to imagine when she spoke to us.
Hey, look! It's snowing! Could be
Welcome to... Thank you for Welcome to the...
हाँ पिंक केबल किधर है? It's a event. Primo. Primos is this.
Come no closer.
How could this be?
बढ़िया दे दे।
Right here, emerge. Right now. Switch the fire. Take a break.
Goodness me!
Yeah.
Come no closer. Emerge. Big eye. I live
Oh, goodness me!
कुछ तो अच्छा दे दे लाडले।
right now.
Oh, goodness me!
Ultimate. Nice. Yeah.
Come no closer. Big eye. I live by my command. Impossible.
Oh, goodness me!
Come no closer. Right now. Nothing lasts forever.
How about this?
Heaven's will made mine. Crystallize. Take a break.
Oh, goodness me!
पहले मर गया। खेलना था। भगवान एक और ला दो। भगवान एक चिपका दो, मजा आ जाएगा। गुड। हाँ एक दिन में थोड़ी ना फिनिश हो जाएगी, 8 घंटे की स्टोरी है, 8+। दुनिया में हर चीज हो जाना, जो होना है वो मत होना। Hey. तब फाइट करने के बाद जब हम कलेक्ट करने आते तब साला ये जो है ना लैग करता है। somehow and I don't know why. ग्लिच होता है कि नहीं आई डोंट नो, बट यस लैग तो होता है। ये कभी किसी ने बताया नहीं, अभी जब मैंने अपना स्ट्रीम खोल कर देख रहा हूँ तब मेरे को दिख रहा है। शिट, गद्दारी कर दो। चलो गाइस, आज का स्ट्रीम यहीं तक रखते हैं, बाकी आप लोगों से नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में। तब तक के लिए थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग। अभी तक आपने अगर स्ट्रीम को लाइक नहीं किया तो प्लीज़ लाइक कर दीजिएगा। अगर आप चैनल पे हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर दीजिएगा। मिलते हैं आपसे नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में, तब तक के लिए गुड नाइट, बाय बाय, टेक केयर। ओ मैं तो भूल गया था, ये करना पड़ता है। खाना खा के आता हूँ फिर वैलो खेलता हूँ। तो दिख रहा है वो सब तो आदत है बात, क्या मजाक क्या। कंप्लीट हो चला जा।
We got ourselves a straggler.
चलो guys, bye. See you.
Add Astro. Thank you for